Hello, Kris. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, Jen. How are you? And Courtney, good to see you as
Hi.
well. Thank you, as the prior winners have said. Thank you for your efforts at TMSA for putting this program on. We really appreciate all of your efforts.
Well, we really appreciate all your efforts. We are
Yeah.
here with Kris Rzepkowski. Did I say it right? No, not even
Rzepkowski,
close.
that R is silent. It's tricky.
Well, I tried.
You're very
But
close.
Kris is the vice president of marketing at Bennett Family of Companies, and they won the Purpose Award for the community-based initiative. So, can you tell us a little bit more about what you guys do to give back to your community?
Of course. Well, on behalf of all of our employees at our organization, Bennett Family of Companies is a family-owned and woman-owned business in McDonough, Georgia. We're based and we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. Started in 1974. Full-service transportation and logistics company, really heavy and specialized as one of our primary offerings to the market. So in 2012, our ownership started the Taylor Family Foundation, which gives 10% of our company's profits back to the communities that we live and serve in. And so, as part of those activities, we look for different organizations to contribute to that follow along our company's core values. And Wreaths Across America is not a surprise in this industry, right? A lot of companies are aware of and contribute to Wreaths Across America. Trucking is the only way that all these wonderful wreaths that get put out on veterans' grave sites during the holidays get put out every year. And that partnership has been happening for a long, long time. Bennett really didn't dip our toe into it until 2017, and sort of just started by donating a truck and pulling a small amount of wreaths down from from Columbia Falls, Maine, to Andersonville National Cemetery. And our executive vice president, Lee Gentry, kind of just fell in love with the program and really got involved with the leadership of Wreaths Across America through TCA and some of the other trucking associations. Well, we turned that program of just donating a truck and kind of being side involved, and the journey from 2017 till 2024 has evolved into a very dedicated program around contribution of our time and talent, our trucks, our employees, our truck drivers, our community. And we bit off a really big, audacious goal to cover every grave site at Andersonville National Cemetery, which is one of the two largest. It's the only active national cemetery for that National Park Service, and it's currently it's one of the largest in Georgia for sure. And so 20,000 grave sites is no small feat. In 2017, we did 3,000 or 500 or something, and then we got to 3,000. Then 15,000. Then we, for one of our years, we finally hit 20,000. And then since the pandemic, we've been able to cover every gravesite every year. What that doesn't tell you, though, is the way that we've embraced Wreaths Across America as a marketing strategy for Bennett, because it aligns so closely to our core values, our patriotism, and the way that our company is structured from an employee and truck driver standpoint. It's become much bigger than just annual volunteering, if you will.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love it.
So we do have a quick clip to give a little bit of an overview, more visual in. So we're going to pop that up.
The Bennett Family of Companies, through the Taylor Family Foundation, supports causes that align with our core values in the communities we live and work in. To honor our patriotism core value, Bennett has chosen to support Wreaths Across America. In 2019, after 3 years of having to choose which grave sites to leave empty, Bennett and the Taylor Family Foundation achieved its fundraising mission of covering all 20,200 grave sites at Andersonville.
So that's a pretty impressive feat. Really awesome to see. I personally participated in a Wreaths Across America event in December, and it is truly an experience.
Yeah. It really is amazing to see a company that supports Wreaths Across America, not just in December, but throughout the whole entire year. And I'd love for you to tell us how you keep the support ongoing throughout the whole year and how you incorporate fundraising efforts throughout it as well.
Yeah, so let me give you the point of view of what happens leading right up to Wreaths Across America, and then I'll tell you what we're doing tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Right before Wreaths Across America, we have our truck drivers that are volunteering to become rolling ambassadors in our organization. We usually send between 5 and 7 trucks up to Columbia Falls from across of our organization. When they come down to McDonough to join our employee force, about 300 people at the home office, we put people out in our yard and we do a celebration to celebrate our rolling ambassadors, to thank our community, like all of our police escorts and whatever, that take a convoy from our home office to the National Cemetery. And we go through the communities between Bennett and the cemetery. So there's a whole activity the weekend of the wreath laying. We do a ceremony the night before to honor families who have fallen soldiers at the grave sites at Andersonville, and we honor the fallen at that ceremony with the families present there. And then we go into the National Cemetery on Wreath Day, and our executive vice president and our CEO, they're very involved in doing the actual ceremony and presentation. Our employees are all there to lay wreaths. So just the small portion during that holiday season right then and there is a major undertaking, and something we take a lot of pride in as far as our employees and our truck drivers. But prior to that, let me just go through the next few weeks here at Bennett with this, because it is an annual thing. Tomorrow, as an example, we'll be at Food Depot, thanking Food Depot. That's a local Georgia-based chain that does groceries. We'll be thanking them for their contributions. Last year, we put their brand on the back of a semi-trailer in cooperation with us and with Wreaths, and we'll be thanking their teams for having contributed. They do a roundup presentation, like during the year. They round up for Wreaths. We stand in front of their stores. We solicit, donations, that kind of thing. So that's happening. We'll do a charity golf outing in May. Our owner, Danny Lowry, who is he's a Marine and also somebody that's very passionate about wreaths. He'll be putting Wreaths Across America on his race car in the Trans Am series up at Lime Rock on Memorial Day, and he'll be helping to raise awareness for Wreaths Across America. We just did a parade in Locust Grove, which is a local town here. We run our big fancy patriotic trailers with Wreaths Across America emblazed upon them to raise awareness here in the community. This 20,000 grave sites, though, at $17 a wreath, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars of need. And so this fall, one of our biggest fundraising efforts will be a patriotic truck show at Atlanta Motor Speedway with Jeeps and motorcycles and patriotic trucks. And Tony Justice will be there doing a concert. And we'll be doing a golf ball drop. It's a funny thing, but we'll be dropping golf balls that people have donated to get closest to the pin. They pay $100 to get closest to the pin when we drop it from a Huey helicopter. I mean, all these patriotic things are going on to kind of raise awareness, but also to show our reverence and thanks for those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. That's what ultimately is all about, to help remember, honor, and teach about our fallen veterans.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I literally had to Google golf ball drop when I was reading your submission, because I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
We did last year too. We got it figured out here in year 2. Yeah, we're good.
I had no idea what it was. But yeah, fantastic fundraising efforts for Wreaths Across America from your organization.
And you talked about in your submission too about how your corporate social responsibility program actually helps with driver recruitment and retention, which I thought was really cool, because those are things that we do talk about quite often. Can you explain how that really helps drive that?
Right. So patriotism and Wreaths Across America are kind of aligned with the target audience and the customers that we have. So one of our largest customers is government customers, both in the government and kind of government contractors. And so whether it's moving military vehicles, supporting FEMA disaster relief, we have a secret clear division that moves arms, ammunition, and explosives. And so these people are all passionate about veterans, passionate about our armed forces, and most of them have some relation or are a military veteran. So from a target market standpoint, this is very strong for us. And so when you talk about, and really the best drivers for these types of things are people that are familiar with the military, they have security clearance. And so we currently have 273 veteran truck drivers in our fleet, mainly owner operators, which is super hard to find. It's not like we don't have a lot of company drivers here. We're out there trying to find those independents that are affiliated. And so these veterans take a lot of pride in Wreaths Across America. They volunteer to be rolling ambassadors. They want to be, there's a waiting list every year to volunteer to be a part of this convoy, to go up to Maine. We send our executives up to Maine to meet them there and load the wreaths into their trailers. So it's this whole thing that's just snowballed into something we're now becoming known for. And it helps with those targets. We do the same thing. I should say on the women's side, women in trucking is another piece because we're female owned. We do a women in the driver's seat program, and we try to find female truck drivers, which are another area. So we're finding that some of this cause-based marketing is helping to blend into our core values and really help bring in the drivers that we're looking for our fleet.
That's great. I think you mentioned in the video, patriotism is one of Bennett's core values. So I'd love for you to speak a little bit more about how you weave that value into your sales and marketing departments. You kind of mentioned it just a little bit there, and how it really means a lot to the drivers who are helping with not only Wreaths Across America, but with the contracting and all of that. So can you speak a little bit how you shine it through in your sales and marketing?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, we have enough material now from what we have done to be able to share pretty in-depth content on every deck that we present at a given customer pitch. We have a slide about Wreaths Across America and what we do with that program. And it's not for everybody, but sometimes it really strikes a chord in a pitch, right? Either the person on the other end of that pitch is a veteran, or it's somebody that's passionate about it, or even more frequent for us is we like to do work with companies that share our core values. And so when they see that core value and that dedication shine through our sales presentations, they know that they're affiliated with a firm that they want to work with. So it's been, and honestly, we've even converted firms that wouldn't necessarily, like I wouldn't say Truist as an example, our bank is one that, maybe came to the forefront with that as their primary core value. But once they saw that in our presentation, that gave them something to hang, their passion on. And then they came and provided a lot of support and employee involvement in the program. So it's just a conversation starter, quite frankly. And it's one that's been very successful for us, and it helps our sales teams immensely. So, and then obviously just from a marketing standpoint, our social media mix leans heavily on patriotism, heavily on Wreaths Across America for all the reasons I've said. It's part of that halo that helps us talk to our customers and talk to our prospective truck drivers. A couple of presentations earlier in this awards, I heard of the one company that was doing so many different things, and we do too. It's just finding one or two to focus on for us has been hard to figure out. But once we did, we just leaned all the way in so that we could get the most return on that investment.
That's wonderful.
Yes. Well, congratulations again on your purpose win, and thank you for sharing some insight and spending some time with us today. Always great to hear what you have going on at Bennett. So thank you so much, Kris. And